I wonder if Dad's in the barn. Mom, Dad's watching Red Dawn again.
Hey there folks, how you doing today? Hope all is going well for you. Welcome back to the channel. Please bear with any background racket that you may hear during this production. It's first really nice day we've had in well over a week. The weather was really bad last week. I don't think I mentioned it on here. I'll go ahead and mention it now, but last week we had some flooding in the area on my way home from work one day. Limited visibility from heavy rain, water over the roadway in an area where there's never water over the roadway. By the time I saw it, there wasn't much I could do but just get off the gas and brace myself for it, but I hit it pretty fast, and by the time I got out on the other side of it, I had torn the muffler off of my truck and had the tailpipe wrapped around the back axle. So I got to stand out in the rain and fix that. And the truck is out of commission at the moment because one of the shocks got bent by the tailpipe, and on the road home it snapped in half. So I've ordered some new ones from Amazon, just waiting on them to come in. Unfortunately, I didn't have any tools out there with me where I was at, really to speak of, although I did have a tow strap and a jack, so at least there was that. But anyway, sometimes things come at you out of the blue, and you know, I could have waited on a wrecker or somebody to come and get me, or I could do like I did and just sit back and looked at it for a minute and said, oh, I got to get home, and made it happen with very limited resources. That's something I kind of wanted to talk to y'all about today. I'm sure you've been seeing this in the news or on social media. Regardless of where you saw it, more than likely what you've heard about it is not really what's going on with it. I've actually been kind of surprised at some of the folks that I normally listen to on this platform buying into the official narrative on that. I don't believe it for a minute. And remember when we talked about jailman amnesia here a while back, you know, you don't believe anything they say on page 1, but by the time you get to page 13, it's the gospel truth. I just don't understand how someone could flip-flop on their opinion of those issues that quickly, but yet here we are. Regardless of what it was, I guess the narrative is they shot it down somewhere off the coast of South Carolina today. Yay. You know, sitting thinking about it, there's definitely more to it than what they were alluding to. You know, but suppose it would have had some type of EMP device on it or something nuclear.
And since then, it's increased its nuclear arsenal.
Suzanne, it's nuclear arsenal.
Nuclear arsenal.
Nuclear arsenal.
Nuclear arsenal.
It's nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Anyway, brought me up to what I was thinking about today, and I've shared this with y'all here on the platform before, but it has been a while, so if you get a chance, read this. It's Nuclear War Survival Skills. It is Nuclear War Survival Skill. Let me try that in English. The book is Nuclear War Survival Skill.
One eternity later.
The book is Nuclear War Survival Skills by Crescent Kearney. Well, it's on Amazon, $20-ish. You can get it right away. You may be able to download a copy online, but it's 283 pages, or 10 pages less than the proposed ruling on pistol braces. Take that for what it's worth. If I were you, I would look into getting a hold of some books on how to do things that you may need to do if you were in a situation where you didn't have electricity or you didn't have running water. There's no power on the grid. The grid is gone, toast. The balloon burst over a populated area. There was a flash of light, and all of a sudden your cell phone quit working. Know what to do if something like that happens. You know, like right now, living in the rural area I live in Texas, we get our electricity from a co-op. When we first moved here in December of 2018, I was paying 8.5 cents, 9 cents per kilowatt hour. My last electric bill, I was paying 33 cents per kilowatt hour. So even though we have been very restrictive on what we're doing with the electricity, the bill continues to climb. I've been seeing bills between $400 and $500 for the past 12 months. We heat our home with wood. I'm very grateful for the ability to do that. There's no reason why I should be having a $500 electric bill. My electric bill should be under $100 based on our consumption. But I digress. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. These chickens wandering around out here do not produce enough eggs for everybody to eat. We had several egg layers, but they kept flying over the fence, and the neighbor has German Shepherds, and I'm not going to fault them for attacking the intruder at their gate. So this book, by the title, would make you think it was going to tell you all about how to hide under a bunker and make your own potassium iodide, which I strongly recommend you have some of that on hand this day and age, and not just because of the recent event with the balloon. We have been poking the proverbial bear here lately, and somebody touching off a nuke is not that strange of an idea this day and age. Regardless, there's a section in the book right here that tells you how to make flour if you are fortunate enough to obtain wheat. Eating whole wheat berries, unless they have been thoroughly cooked, and by thoroughly cooked I mean stewed for at least a few hours, is going to do you more harm than good. You really need to break the wheat down before it is prepared. There's a section in here in the book that tells you how to do that. There's all kinds of good information in this book. And as one of my mentors once told me, you don't necessarily need to know the answer to everything, but you need to know where to look to find the answer. So consider getting this. Other books you can look to for answers, real quick here, My Utmost for His Highest by Oswald Chambers. I have been going through that one since the beginning of the year. It's broken down day by day. It's worth the read. Takes about 3 to 5 minutes per day. And also, of course, you can't go wrong spending a few minutes in the KJV, and it wouldn't hurt a few of us to brush up on the dictionary either. So, it's getting dark out here. It's getting kind of chilly out here. I'm going to wrap this up, go back in the house, get something to eat, and get ready for tomorrow. Until next time, take care.